We pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is your boy extrmwill here with Extreme Tech, and we're going to get into my bi-weekly, once-a-day check-in. It's been a little bit. I don't know if necessarily a whole lot has really changed. Man, it's spiking up there a little bit. I don't know if a whole lot's necessarily changed since I did my last one, but we'll kind of cover what I'm seeing and kind of where things are right now. Predominantly, we're going to cover the nicehash, mining Ethereum and getting paid in Bitcoin, and then the core pool with Chia. So I'm running 14 devices, running a pretty decent chunk of mega hash. We go through. I'm making about the same I have. It's actually up a little bit right now. It's been kind of fluctuating between about $45 a day and $55 a day for the last quite a while. So, I mean, prepare proportionally to whatever you have, it should be in there somewhere. Like if you've been making $10 a day, like you might be making about $11 a day right now. See, it's spiking right now too. I haven't seen the spiking in like a long time. I thought once I went up and I doubled my number of cards, I thought I wasn't going to see the spiking anymore. But there are definitely times when it is getting really, really hot and you're making significantly more mining at certain times than other times. I did see the other day I was going to make a video, and then by the time I finished getting ready for work and was going to come over to make the video, the spiking had gone down. But I saw a couple days ago, it was telling me that I was back to making, like $120 or $130 a day. When I had been making about $45 a day, there was like a 2-hour block there where the market just came back. I think the prices on everything have been looking pretty good. Let's put the prices up here too. We haven't even looked at that. I didn't leave that screen up. For kind of like what I'm following. Bitcoin's kind of about where I expect it to be right now. I expect it to be fluctuating between 30 to 40,000. If you're looking to day trade, this isn't financial advice, but if I was day trading it, I'd be buying it at 30,000 and then selling it at 40,000. So I think that's been going pretty decently, staying in between there. I think it's going to stay in between there. I don't think it's really going to go below 30, just kind of from what I'm hearing from other people. It's just wild speculation on it. The Ethereum price, I really don't know what to make of Ethereum. I think Ethereum's amazing. I don't like the idea of proof of work. I don't like anything that I've heard from proof of work. It's what they're going to do, so it's what they're going to do. So, like, personally, I'm mining Ethereum, but I'm getting paid in Bitcoin. It's the way I really want to do it. I don't want to straight mine Ethereum. I don't like the idea of straight mining Ethereum right now. That's probably going to be a really unpopular kind of thought, but yeah, I'm not hodling it. I don't plan to stake it. I don't, that's just kind of how I'm doing it. I'm trying to stay away from Ethereum, even though I'm mining the living daylights out of Ethereum. But with the nicehash, I'm getting paid in Bitcoin, which is really what I want. I believe in Bitcoin for the long term, so. Dogecoin, I don't know too much of what's going on with Dogecoin. I kind of haven't really been touching it. Ravencoin right now is the one I think I am looking at touching. I keep kind of buying 1,000 coins here and there, especially as the price is falling. Like, I want to be hodling it more. I don't really want to be mining it necessarily just yet. I don't think it's necessarily profitable, but we'll see how things go. I mean, this is all very fluid. Ravencoin, though, I do plan on, I'm thinking, potentially some kind of like triple-headed monster between, possibly like Ravencoin, Algorand, and then something else. Maybe Cardano? I don't think I've even looked into mining Cardano at all. I've looked into mining Algorand, and I kind of like the idea of mining it. I think Algorand was the one I was looking into. I was getting really close to starting to mine it, but it's just not quite making enough to make sense for me to stop mining Ethereum to start mining that. But, the prices have been stable-ish. Shiba Inu looks like Shiba Inu is actually doing pretty strong. Shiba Inu is still, I think that's kind of close to where it was at during the, like its actual high. View this really quick. This is just some stupid coin that I shouldn't even be looking at. It won't even tell me it's worth so much of nothing. It won't even tell me. Oh, that must have been where it came out. I wonder, I'd like to know how much that actually was. Oh, I have no way of knowing how much it is because it's still too little. It's still worth nothing. But it's, yeah, like the price on it, it's actually... I was kind of wondering why Brandon Coin was messing around with it. The price of the Shiba Inu is actually doing pretty good. That is disgusting and disturbing that it is the only coin on here that I'm tracking that looks like it's actually not following the exact same line as Bitcoin. Everything else is, you know, I expect this Chia coin, this is eventually going to look the exact same as this. Everything else is pretty much following that line. Like, there's days it's disgusting how much everything is following that line. Donald's really close. You can see they're basically all doing the same thing, except Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu's going up. Maybe Brandon Coin is really into something there with just straight mining it. Oh, it sounds like such a terrible, terrible idea, but I guess now I see why he was. I wasn't paying that much attention to the price. That would make sense. But I think the pricing's been staying pretty good, and like, you know, with a lot of them getting rid of a lot of the FUD that's been going on in China, they're not able to manipulate stuff the way they've been manipulating stuff. So I think, like, you know, I've been seeing pretty decent returns, even though it's not necessarily worth as much, and the difficulty's gone down, and I've been getting a pretty decent amount back, so it's not looking too bad. I'm not going to break the individual prices down per card. We'll take a look on here, though, and see. This should be pretty accurate, I think. The 3090 should be doing about $7 a day. The 3080 should be doing $560. Sounds about right. I think I may have been getting closer to about $5, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if I am actually getting $560. Yeah, because I am making more now than I thought I was, so I can check that real quick. Let's see. What are my two 3080s say they're going to make right now? I should have this up already. We did this in the last one, and I didn't want to do it. Yeah, that's right. It says my rig right now with my two 3080s is making $11.84 a day right now. So that's about right then. You know, double that. And I'm probably making a little more than double that, which is good. It looks like they've added more cards in here. I don't know what this NVIDIA A40 is. I don't know if that. I wonder if that's the mining card. Maybe. I'm not really sure what that is. Titan V, you'll probably never see. It's kind of a little amusing here. They put in like the 3080 Ti. This thing is making like nothing for how much it is. Kind of not that sad that I didn't get one when they came out now. I guess I'm happy I didn't overpay for that. That says 280 watts too to get there. That is just ugh. My 3080 and 3090 cards. My 3090 and my two 3080 cards, I think I'm going to put them on a Hive OS machine, probably right after I'm done with this, or try to do it. I tried to do it before, and it didn't go well for me, but I think I'm going to try to do that next to get this power, like, way, way down. So, yeah. I don't know if the 3080 Ti is a good card at all to have right now or not. From what I've seen, like, it just... They don't actually look that good. Same thing with the 3070 Ti. Like, they don't look as good as I thought they were going to be because you can't mine Ethereum with them. Like, I don't know if they have any value. I don't even know if they're good to play video games on. Like, it's disgusting. The cards just look like kind of useless. But whatever. If I could get them, I'd probably still buy them. 2080 Ti is definitely doing pretty well. This is weird, too, because like they threw a bunch more extra cards in here. Because like this 2080 Ti should be about the exact same thing as the 3070 and the 3060 Ti. They were normally about the same thing. It's doing like 10 cents a day more right now. It's crazy. The 3070, to what I know right now, Red Panda Mining, you've done a video where it went and broke everything down. It looks like it is just like actually like for dollar, just the best card you can have right now. I think the 3060 Ti is a little better for Ethereum, but the 3070 looks like every single other coin, it's just going to do better on. So 360 sounds about right. 3060 Ti. It's probably making the exact same things that 3070 is right now. But I do find it to be really weird is the 3070 Ti is coming in this much less than the 3070 and the 3060 Ti. Now, I guess it does have to do... it's not going to be running Ethereum, it's mining something else, but I would still figure mining something else would have been done a little bit better. I'd have liked to have had the 3080 Ti and the 3070 Ti. They are the only RTX 30 series cards I don't have. I figure maybe I'll get them eventually, if they ever become available eventually. I've kind of looked at it a little bit. I can't justify spending the money on them right now if they're not going to make me money back. So, I don't even think they look like they're necessarily that good for gaming on. So, like, I thought maybe I would get one and it would stink and then it'd be like, okay, this is just what's going to go in Skynet now. But that's just not happening yet. And see, we got one more card left, the 3060, about 285. Let's double check this one here real quick. Because I do have two of them. What does my 3060 say? My 3060 says right now it's making me 350. So my 3060 is actually crushing this right now. Yeah, so that's nice to know. Crushing it. And then I don't really use any of these other ones, but this is all available on the nicehash page. Kind of nice to be able to take a look at, if you Google nicehash rates or nicehash calculator, you should be able to find it. That's like the first or second thing that comes up. It's kind of nice to try to get an idea of, like, if you're buying stuff, like, what kind of return you're going to get or how stuff's going. Go to what to mine. This is the real way to do it. Hit the calculate button. You have to go up to full screen now, I think. So, otherwise you can't see all of it. So right now I am running 4 3060s, 4 3060 Ti's, 3 3070s, 2 3080s, and 1 3090. This isn't technically, I guess, 100% right. One of my 3060s is hash rate limited. And one of these 3060 Ti's is actually my 3080 laptop, which I only get 65 megahash out of. So we'll do that. It says my hash rate should be about 850 megahash. It's not too bad. So we come down here. All right. At least I'm not going to get super confused. I get thrown off when there's something here above Ethereum that's like thrown off every video I do. Like, I'm afraid to even come onto this page. But this is kind of how you figure out what you should be mining and what to mine. You can throw whatever cards you have in here to try to calculate it out. They've got pretty much most of them. They don't have the new ones up here yet, because the new ones are the 3060 or 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti. They don't have them up here yet. But you can try to calculate out what you want to do. When I very first started, I couldn't use this because they don't have my Titan X cards that I started with. I don't have them up here, so. But if we look at this right now, it says I should be making straight mining Ethereum. I'm pretty sure I'm actually making that right now on nicehash. I don't know if I've ever really seen the Ethereum. It says it's always making more, but I'm making more than this is averaging, and it's looked like it's very, very close and similar. And then you take into account that I can get the money out of nicehash pretty much for free, and I've got to pay fees to do anything with the Ethereum. I think these two are very equivalent. So we still look here. If we look down at the next one, Ravencoin, there's a good chance I may start mining it pretty soon. I may not necessarily start mining it all that soon either. We'll see how things go. It's really hard to say. Really hard to say. I'd like to start spec mining it. I don't think I'd have a problem with it if I would start doing it. It looks like it's pretty good. We'll see what happens when I put that rig up. I may do all kinds of funny stuff once I get an actual rig going on Hive OS, and I can do some of that other stuff a little bit easier. I don't know what that. So I don't really know what this coin is right offhand. I don't think I've ever even heard of it right offhand. Nice to sing it. Conflux is one. I don't think I'd have a problem with mining Conflux either. It's not one of the ones that I have high up that I plan to. I Ethereum Classic, I don't think I'd have a real problem with it. I mean, I'd like to be making more money on it than that. The biggest thing with Ethereum Classic is if you'd have like 4 gigabyte cards, it'd be really good to be mining it on that. Or I guess the 4 gigabyte cards, I think the 4 gigabyte cards can do Ravencoin too. So, I mean, you can always split them up over those. Furo, I don't know yet. Vertcoin, I don't really know yet. I figured I would see all the ones on top that I really knew and have already researched. And I am not seeing the ones... I still don't necessarily how to do this. Like, I don't know why they're not showing Ergo on here. Like, some days they'll show Ergo on here, and some days they won't show Ergo on here. So, I don't know. Unless they're just not showing it, maybe because the mixture of cards isn't as profitable on Ergo, because I just have everything in there. Or is it just not showing? Nah, it's just not showing. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of that. I mean, I got tired. Alright, let's try and finish this up then. Let's get into Chia. So right now, on Core Pool, I am at 2,425 total plots. This is saying I should be at 0.04 Chia every day. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, they just went through and kicked off a bunch of people who had been like double plotting or something, or double farming. So we didn't get paid for a couple of days. So it kind of threw everything out of whack. I don't know how much I'm even getting from this every day. 0.04 sounds about right. I'm plotting at about the same speed. I'm doing about 100 plots a day, I think. It's probably been significantly less. I had some issues. I ran out of power earlier this week. I didn't run out of power. There was a thunderstorm and it knocked the power out, and that threw everything off. I lost like 16 hours worth of writing at least, if not a whole day. Half the machines, I had a really hard time trying to get them set back up to run. It was a big giant mess. But if we come in here to their calculator, which, yeah, see, this doesn't make any sense, because this is telling me on their calculator that I'm making significantly less than that was telling me. That's why this is off. Okay. Because this is telling me I'm only getting 0.03 Chia per day, which I should be getting. I'm going to be in like that 0.04 Chia. So that's why this is so much lower. Because I've got to be making at least $12 a day, if not like $15 a day, from what it looks like, as best as I can tell, from when they pay me trying to send it over to Gate.io, and then I've been sending it over to Gate.io and then just immediately selling all my Chia for Tether, USDT. I still don't know how to get the money out of Gate.io. I don't think I'm fully checked into all of it yet, but that's telling me I'm making less than I think I am making, though. I'm pretty sure. Because then I come over here, and this tells me if I'd be solo farming, I'd be making like way more. This tells me if I'd be solo farming, I'd be making twice as much as this is telling me I'd be making. So this is telling me I'd be making like $8 a day, and this is telling me I should be making like $20 a day. But I never made anything solo farming, so I don't believe this at all. And I guess I don't believe this at all either. I think this is probably being messed up too, because they didn't pay out for a couple of days. And then they just gave us like a huge chunk today. Well, I think it was 3 days, and I got 0.14, but not everything up the whole time. So I'm probably getting like 0.1, 0.04 or 0.045 every day. I think this is probably accurate, yeah. I want to say I think this is accurate right here, how much I'm getting. 0.04 Chia every day. I think. So I got to wait to find out. Not been doing a very good job getting paid every day. So, because I think with core pool, you have to hit 0.05 per day. I can't even go into the calculator, because the calculator won't tell me what... Because that's not even telling me the right amount for this, because this is 0.04. Yeah, you're way off. Yeah, I don't know how this thing is so far off. This thing is like way off, because this is saying I need 1,000 more plots to be getting what I'm actually getting right now. Yeah, so this is just... It's cool to have calculators, but if the calculator don't work, it's... Wow, I didn't really look at this that hard before I started this video. This calculator's terrible. It doesn't work at all. This calculator just... I don't know what to make of this thing. Because this is what I have right now. And it says I should expect to win every 28 days. And I think if I look at it, I still don't think mine tells me that I've actually won. I don't know how I would know if I had even won, because I'm just in the pool. But I still don't know if I've actually won, or if I would have had won. No, let me see if it'll tell me on here. My main harvester is right here. So we'll take a real quick look. I think I just need to speak up a little bit. If I go to farming. Yeah, I don't think... I don't know if that's a 100% accurate way to look at it, though. Because that still only tells me what's happened on that machine. And right now that machine says it has 712 plots. That one says I still have not farmed one. I guess I'd have to go look at every single machine and see what every single machine says. But yeah, I think in almost 2 months, I don't think I've hit. I don't think I've won yet. And I've got a lot of plots. This says I should have won at least twice. I think I've seen this number down as low as I was at 26 days at one point, before I started trying to do the pooling. And then trying to do the pooling is definitely thrown things off a bit. I've lost significant amounts of farming from trying to do the pooling. But it's not necessarily to try to do the pooling. It's trying to do the pooling and other things. So I've had some conflicts with everything. But yeah, if we get into like the chia price, we'll come here and we'll look at chia view asset. I think the price really needs a couple things to really help it out, and I think those things are going to happen, and then we'll see what happens with the price on this. If the price on this doesn't go up, I think getting involved in chia is probably just kind of like a bad idea. But I think that it wouldn't be too hard for the price to go up and for it to get much better. They need to have the pooling out, the official pooling out, so people can feel safe to actually be doing the pool farming. Because right now I'm doing, the core pool is unofficial, and you're doing it completely at your own risk. Like they could be doing whatever dirty, underhanded stuff they want, and you really got no way of really protecting yourself. The official pooling is supposed to be a lot better. It's not supposed to be taking anywhere near as big of a significant risk, letting like core pool or H pool just install whatever they want on your computer that can do pretty much whatever it wants, so that you can be involved in. Like, they have all full access to your keys and all that. Now I did change it up though, so I'm not farming to my GUI. I am farming right to gate.io. So I guess technically, even if they really wanted my keys, they can't really do anything with it, because I don't have anything on the Chia network that I think that they could actually touch with my keys, because I don't have it under that set of keys. I have it saved under a different set of keys somewhere else. But, who knows? So like I think when the official pools come out, I think that will really help, because I think people will be able to start actually, in a much broader sense, actually making money. Some of the investment that they put into this, they'll be able to start safely getting some of that money back and be like, okay, like this was a good idea. Because right now I still feel like, man, I might not actually be 2 months in. It may only be like 6 weeks in. It feels like I am forever and a day in. I have so much invested in this. If we go look on here, it says how much like my estimated cost. Now, I don't think this is how much I spent, but this says to have the number of plots that I have, right? Yeah. It says like they're estimating that I've spent $7,280. I think that's just the estimate. Is that just the estimate? Yeah, that's just the estimate on hard drive space. So they're estimating that I've spent significantly more, because they're estimating I've spent another $1,200 on plotting. So I'm under this, but like, a lot invested to. If it wasn't for Core Pool, I would have made nothing. But still, even through Core Pool, I think I've still only made like $250 maybe in like the 2 weeks that Core Pool's been out and up. If Core Pools, I don't even think I've been mining on Core Pool for a total of 14 days yet, because it hasn't been up and running the whole time. Because it was up and running. It was up and running for about 2 days when I signed up, and then they were down for like 3 or 4 days. I wasn't making anything. I was just getting like my gut was just getting ripped out. And then by the time it got back up and running, we were already at the point where the cost of everything was already so low. But I think if the official pooling can come out and there can just be some positive news about Chia, it'll drastically help the price. Like, I think just having all the news around it being, the pools aren't out yet, everything involved in it's kind of risky and kind of sketchy. There's just too much negative news around it. And, like, the pools can come up, that'll really help. And then I think what'll really boost the price of the coin then would be they're trying to get the IPO done for the Chia company side end. That's what they really want. And, like, there's difficulties with it because they're basing the value of the company off how much Chia they had pre-mined, which is like almost all of the Chia in existence. And it's like they have a bunch of money that they just created, but it's, is it really worth that kind of value? So like they're kind of interfering with their own ability to make the progress that they need. And like, if both of those two can get done, it'll help it out drastically. And like what I really need, I don't know if I necessarily need either one of those right now. What I need personally is I need crypto.com to just let me accept it there, because I do not like gate.io. It is complicated and a pain in the butt, and it's not user friendly. There's reasons people use a VPN to just say they're in another country so they can get away with avoid not having to use it. I think it's kind of specifically part of their model. It's kind of easy to get your money in, and then to get your money out is like really, really hard. And it's just, they're a little bit shady-ish. I think they're 100% above board, but I don't think that they're as user-friendly as I'd like to see. Now, I don't know for sure if Crypto.com is even as user-friendly as I'd really like to see. I've only been using them a little bit. I'm liking them so far. I just got... God, we're at like 45 minutes now. Let's cover my name up. But I just got my Crypto.com card, so I'm definitely liking that. I got the $400 stake card. I'd like to get the next one for the $4,000 stake card. We'll see how that goes. Start using it. I don't plan to buy all that. I plan to just kind of see how much I can send everything that I'm mining there, convert it all over onto the debit card, and then use that debit card to just pay all of my bills. I think it would be pretty slick if I could pay my mortgage with that card. That would be awesome. I don't think it would take me that long if I could start paying my mortgage with it and I'm getting like 2 to 3% cash back or whatever on my mortgage payment every month. And then start putting all my other bills in there on it, to be able to, get that, get the $4,000 card or get the other bigger ones. I'd like to get some other videos on that too. I got a lot of videos I want to get done. Yeah, I did a lot of rambling in this. Yeah, I definitely did a lot of rambling in this. Let me see how long this video was. Hopefully you guys liked it. You found it informative. I may just completely scratch this and try to just re-record and see if I can just get this down in like 15 minutes. So, if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, come on back, and I'll talk to you next time.